Hello, this is Mrs. McKinley, and I have a poem for you. The poem is called The Fog. It is by Carl Sandburg, and it goes like this. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on. Now, you'll notice that Carl Sandburg uses something a little odd to describe the fog. Instead of being very literal, oh, it's foamy, it's kind of like smoke, he uses something else. He tries to describe it like it's a cat. And when he does that, it kind of gives you a picture in your head of what the fog looks like or how the fog is. And that's called imagery. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to use instruments in the room, the classroom instruments, to help us convey the idea or the images that Carl Sandburg is using. So what I want you to do is you are going to split into small groups, no more than 4 people, and you're going to get between 10 minutes and 20 minutes to work with your group, and this really depends on how Mrs. Huff sees that you are working and using your time. And what I want you to do with your group is you're going to use the classroom instruments to kind of fit in how you want it to go with the poem. And remember, you're going to try and use instruments that fit Carl Sandburg's words. You can do what we did last week with Most Remarkable Cat, and you can maybe use one of the instruments after a sentence to kind of go with what that sentence means. Maybe you want to use an instrument during the entire piece to kind of give an idea of what he's writing out. You could use maybe an instrument during a particular sentence because he's writing something of the imagery about what that poem might represent. So you're going to try and use the instruments to fit his words. Now, a couple of the instruments that we have in the classroom we don't have a lot of. They may be 1 or 2 instruments that people are going to have to share. You can't hog one of the instruments. No, this instrument's mine and you can't have it. No, you can't do that. But what you can do is say, okay, we're using it right now. I just want to see how this works. When we're done with it, I'll bring it over to you. And I don't want any fighting. If that happens, then neither group will get to use the instrument. You will be banned from that instrument. So again, be respectful of each other. Be respectful of the instruments. I don't want any of the instruments broken. Some of these instruments are like twice as old as you are, and the reason they are as old as they are is because the kids in the past in my classroom have treated them well. Now, once again, you can have between 10 minutes and 20 minutes. It depends on how you are working. When the time is up, then I would like to have each group present to each other, present to the class. So you're going to present what you thought, your version of the fog. Now, I will tell you, most groups are very protective, or they think that their group did the best job. Now, remember, you're all going to be presenting on the same poem. So, what you're going to do after each group presents, you are going to give constructive feedback. I'd like maybe 2 people in the classroom to give constructive feedback to the group. When I say constructive feedback, I mean you are going to give them specifics. You're going to explain why you like something or why you don't. You can't just say, I liked it, Or you can't say good job. Well, you can say good job, but you can't just leave it at that. You have to explain what it was that they did that you liked, or what it was that they did that you didn't particularly like. For instance, I really liked the use of the triangle during Little Cat Feet. I think that makes that the sound of the triangle and the little ding made it sound like prancing feet or something like that. I really didn't like the use of the hand drum during Silent Haunches, because when I hear the hand drum, I really don't think silent. Now keep in mind that you may not know how an instrument sounds, and you will get some time to go over there and check it out. But you're not going to be spending the entire time just playing each instrument. And I don't want you to pick an instrument just because you like that instrument. Oh, I really like this instrument, so we're going to add it to the poem. No, I want you to be really thoughtful about what it is that you are going to do and what instruments you are going to use. If Mrs. Huff looks over and sees that you are spending all of your time, or maybe one of your teammates is spending all of their time over with the different instruments and checking them all out and not actually working with their group, then they are going to be banned from the instruments and move away. They won't get to participate. And she'll probably write down that person's name and send it to me. I don't know what she's going to do. She's in charge. I have the idea of what the lesson is going to be, but she's in charge of the classroom while I'm gone. Now, also keep in mind that you are in control of what you are making the decisions. You're the creative minds for your group. So you could decide maybe one person's going to read the poem. Maybe you decide that everybody's going to read the poem at the same time. I don't know. This is completely up to you. You are in charge of what it is that you are going to do with this. So, good luck. I am looking forward to hearing from Mrs. Huff how this goes. And if any group in particular does a really good job, I hope she writes it down and lets me know so that I can hear it too. Maybe she might decide to videotape you using the computer. Maybe she just writes down your name, the group, and the names of the people in the group in your class so that I can hear it later and see what it is that you did. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.